right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Well, this is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed. It was the charisma. It was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's going to look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So these fighters are just a year apart with big differences in height and reach. All right, now for the particulars inside the octagon of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Bergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Newcastle, England, Assassin. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
The fighters touch him up.
You ready? All right, you ready?
Well, the tension is palpable as this fight gets underway, and it's going to be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. Definite striker on one side against another guy who can really do it.
And in those situations, normally the guy that's more well-rounded will be the one that will find success. I want to see how this plays out.
Well, you saw the tail of the tape. He has a reach advantage and made good use of it there with that punch.
Big punch lands through the middle.
Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect. Oh, made good use of his size there as he lands the flush knee. Out of range with that kick attempt.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Lee's got the full mount. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Splits the guard, lands the right hand. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Back to the feet now. Lee gets caught with that punch.
Look at the angle of that nice body kick. If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down on your head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar tie, reach back inside, just try to find space.
Oh, just out of range with that punch attempt. Hook attempt now, blocked though by Lee.
Let's recompose, let's get going now.
Look at how he turned his hip over to throw that kick.
Come on, man, let's get that takedown, score some points.
20 seconds now remain in the round. And both guys really throwing with authority. Connects with a right. 5 minutes in the books. All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
All right, second round now underway. I'm no analyst, but a little bit of a feeling out process there in round one.
And that's a part of being in the octagon with someone that's so skilled. You cannot just go after them guns a-blazing. Both of these young men are trying to find the right moment to attack. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Lands with the right hand. Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC. Lands flush with that right hand. Try to establish that jab.
Ooh, what a head kick.
Oh, and he lands another huge knee there as the taller fighter uses his length well yet again.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're going to have to put something on your opponent that's going to really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well. If he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish his fight.
Checks the leg kick.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Oh, big punch lands.
Just missed with the left there.
Look at him drive his shin into the opponent's body with that body kick.
And they separate. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Oh, he missed with that right hand.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
How's his opponent still stand?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's gonna be over very soon.
Lee gets absolutely pelted by that head kick. Sound defense there as he blocks the shot. Lands a good series of kicks there, DC. It really didn't take him long to get a good beat on his opponent.
He figured this timing, and now he's been driving kick after kick into his opponent.
Oh, connects with the 1-2.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to ring.
Sit down. Take a deep breath. Now listen, you probably lost that round. I need you to be.
Well, what a round it was. Daniel Cormier, you are one of the greatest mixed martial arts athletes of all time. I'm not sure you can do a Superman punch like that, though.
With my luck, I would try to push off. My foot would be slippery, wet or something. I would fall right into a knee. No, I would not try that. I don't have that ability. I'm not that free inside the octagon.
All right, so another round is now underway. Pretty good action over the previous 10 minutes. Your thoughts on what we might see here?
Both of the guys really picking up on the action, putting their foot on the gas, and really starting to drive it home as we approach the end of the fight, and we're still so evenly matched, and the fight has been so close to this point.
Let's get some offense. Let's get going.
Some fighters don't check a lot of leg kicks. That one was checked. Well, he continues to offer up the kick here, but just misses with that one. Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. And now he's got that tie clinch. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Lee. How good is that right hand? Man, doesn't take a lot of these kicks to produce redness. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's gonna shut your body off.
Well, he continues to find the openings tonight. Beautiful connection with a punch there.
Accuracy at its best.
Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you're looking for. Try to take the judges out of it. He is lighting them up now.
Ooh-wee, what a right hand by this young man.
Oh, how about this kicking game on full display tonight?
Kicks back to back, just truly mixing up the target. Sight to behold.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge blow.
Ooh, what a punch. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with his leg kick.
And he landed the right hand there.
Hands up.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Lands with a knee to the body. Nice punch by Lee. So once again, no surprise, DC. The fighter with the longer reach, able to land another punch there.
Big head kick land.
Pretty good straight punch there by Lee. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson one in boxing class, hands up, pin down. I mean, he's cutting down the size with these beautiful leg kicks.
While we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC, a lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
We're getting better with the striking now. I want you to cut those angles and get out of his range. We have to change.
All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these two guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever.
I mean, look at the commitment to kick in this fight.
Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
Oh, lands another punch there. Not a mean guy. He's just doing the smart thing.
Oh, he has to be attacking that cut, John. I mean, if he's not, then he's doing his opponent a favor. Attack that cut. Make him pay for it.
Connects with a right hand. Pretty good punch, that one.
Nice right punch by this young man. Yes, they heard him in the last round. Same exact one.
Well, defense doesn't necessarily win championships in MMA, but he's doing a nice job blocking these shots.
He's not allowing his opponent to get any damage off on him by blocking all these attacks. Real quick leg kick. Beautiful kick. Over and over, he's fighting behind these beautiful leg kicks. Real sneaky body kick.
Well, looks as though his leg is hurt here. You can even see him limping a little bit.
Left hand punch from the clinch.
Oh, caught him flush with the head kick there, DC.
Beautiful setup to get his leg up there quickly before his opponent could react.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Timing his shots nicely here, champ.
He's doing a great job of mixing everything up and using a lot of diverse strikes.
Beautiful diving strike lands. Right hook to the head blocked. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. 15 seconds. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way. The referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was. DC, take us through the replays.
Punch after punch. He landed him at will. He went right at his opponent, got in his face, and showed, this is my octagon. We're going to dance to the beat of my tune.
Let's get back out there and keep doing what we're doing.
All right, next round is underway. He really did a nice job defensively in the previous round. You're not always winning with defense in MMA, but the crowd was oohing and eyeing as he moved that head off the center.
I mean, it was defensive brilliance. I mean, just the ability to move, to roll his shoulders, to get his hands up and block his head as his opponent was trying to attack him was a sight to behold. It was a thing of beauty to watch a guy with such a vast understanding of defensive fighting.
Oh, lands another shot to the body, beautifully placed as he continues to punish his opponent's midsection here in this round.
Beautiful leg kick throw. That one snuck in. Nice strike. Yeah, he mixed it all up.
1-2 punch by Lee.
Fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Come finish this fight.
Throwing that jab yet again out of range.
I mean, that right hand landed square.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Lee gets caught with that punch. Under 3 minutes now to go round 5. Oh, he slipped that strike and then countered beautifully. Really starting to get his range and get into a good flow on the feet as the longer fighter. Throws the right hand there. Well, he's got the longer reach, and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch.
Big kick.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body. Lands, that's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect.
Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
great right.
Good stick. Real nice body kick lands.
Trying to, oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
And just like that, the fight is over.
He got him!
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So, near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. Oh, we'll take a look back at the highlights. You know we're going to find that nasty head kick somewhere in this highlight rip. Just an incredible result for him here tonight.
A very nice head kick to finish the fight, but don't ignore all the work he did with his hands, and give credit to the opponent. The opponent was in there every step of the way, and in order to get a fight of the night like he got tonight, both guys have to be willing to participate.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout assassin.
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. What a massive knock.